I'm a little sleepy. I'm a little sleepy. Yeah. Yeah. Ow.
Hey Jody.
Hello, it's Panzer Thank you for the 27 and welcome back. You can't be sleepy. England just beat Switzerland are now in semifinal. The game right now is what? G2 versus Crew? Yeah, the only sports I care about are esports. So, yeah, okay. Hello, yo, so thank you for the prime. Do a sleep stream. Shit, you know, I would. I'm pretty sure, wait, sleep streams? God, I remember when John used to do those literally years ago. I'm pretty sure they made a category now, though. What's up, Palulu? Welcome in. Hello, Let's Buy. Hello, Ixel.
Classic, glad to be here.
Hello, Luida. Thank you for, or Luidia. Thank you for the 3 years. Welcome back. Or over 3 years. Did you see the new Fenty Gloss Bomb sticks coming out? They have a baby penguin that I would think you would enjoy. I actually don't love Fenty lip products because they're really sticky. And I don't, you know, I don't like sticky lip glosses. Hello, Manyo. What's up? Hello, El Grizz. Hello, Uhi, Ahi. Hello, Anle. How's your day been so far? I woke up. I got ready. I ate breakfast. I watched the Sentinels vlog with John, I think is what it, I don't know. I walked into him watching it. I think that's what it was. I came upstairs. I'm tired. I woke up at like 10, but then I was not really well rested, so I kept like going back to sleep. So I want to say I got out of bed at like noon. Whenever I come to your stream, it's always so bright and sunny. It always feels like a warm summer. I do really like that I have a window in the back of my stream, you know? I went bowling for the first time ever today. You've never gone bowling? To be fair, I don't know if I even really like bowling. Bowling's okay to me. Bowling's all right. It's not like my favorite thing in the world. Do you have a favorite Valorant esports team? Honestly, I feel like I don't. But like, I feel like my answer is most likely Sentinels, but that's just because I think their presence is really strong on social media, and I feel like they have a lot of personality. You see them a lot. The vibes are good, but not because like I'm really up to date with following a team. I don't know. I've never really been like that though. I'm not like diehard over one team. I just like watching good games. Bowling is a group activity, a good group activity. I like bowling. Yeah. I think I'd rather like play pickleball or ping pong or card game or board games or ice skating or roller, basically anything else, honestly. Ooh, except mini golf. I don't really fuck with mini golf. It feels too slow to me. I'm like, all right, I could not do this. I like the arcade. I think bowling is me. Any must-see recommendations for visiting Washington? There's amazing hikes in Washington. Like, I think if you go up north, like Lake 22, which is a kind of a harder hike, but I would just look up hikes in Washington and see what comes up, because I feel like there's such great hikes. What else? I think Lake Union, if you spend a day, it's getting warm now, so if you spend a day on Lake Union, you can like rent a paddleboard or go kayaking. That's always really fun. Green Lake, I think is a must see. So there's just a lake that people walk around. It's really fun. The vibe's really fun because everyone like brings a blanket, sits on the grass, goes on a walk, you know, goes on the little swan things. I think Whidbey Island, I think going on a ferry is fun. You could go to Whidbey Island. I don't know if I like love Whidbey Island, but it's a fun little outing, a little day activity. What activity can you recommend doing with your SO? Because my boyfriend only wants to play video games and watch your boyfriend's stream. Wait, I feel like there's such... Well, okay, one thing you could do that John and I just did was buy the little, you know, the TikTok show where you like make little clay molds. You just buy the little clay on like from Michael's. and you can just do things inside.
Hi everyone, Jade
Watch a TV show. Unless you want to go outside, you have a picnic. I missed my driver's license test today. You missed it. Like, you didn't make the appointment? My favorite board game? I feel like my favorite board game... Damn, I actually don't know the answer to that. But yeah, it's not Monopoly. I've actually never played Monopoly in its entirety. Like, I don't even know the rules of Monopoly. When is next podcast coming out? My podcast or OTV podcast? My podcast is coming out soon. I thought it was actually coming out like 3 days ago, but then it didn't, so then I don't know. And then OTV podcast, oh. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it. Settlers of Catan, dude! Somebody has tried to explain that to me, and I was like, no. That's like the most memed on. Like, you sit down and you try to explain Settlers of Catan. Like, no, I don't know. It's just my brain does not compute. Wingspan? I've never heard of it. Katana's a lot to learn. It is a lot to learn. Favorite card game? I like Rummy of literally any sort. Like progressive Rummy or things like that. Or like, I don't know, is Codenames considered a board game? I guess it is. I like board games in that regard. Like, in that realm. I like word games. You should play Stardew Valley on stream. You know, I'd rather play Sunhaven than Stardew Valley. Any tips to improve Valorant aim, crosshair placement? I think there's a couple things. I mean, you could aim train. So like, I remember when I was like Diamond, I would play aim labs a lot, but I don't do that anymore. But I do think that probably helped me get a little more comfortable using my mouse, but that doesn't help with like crosshair placement. I think crosshair placement just comes from like playing the game and getting really comfortable with a lot of angles. Because I feel like with repetition, you'll just slowly be like, oh, okay, my crosshair is like too high there. I'll remember that for next time. And you just kind of get a feel for the game, so you just have to play the game. I think also if you watch people play, honestly, I think if you watch people play and watch where their crosshair is, then I think it helps a lot, because then you're like, oh, when I'm in my game, I know that this is where their head is, kind of thing. But I feel like it just comes down to
I love your nice Jody
playing the game. If I redeemed a free sub, how long will it take to get? We redeem them every Tuesday and Friday. What day is it? Saturday. When did you redeem? Shopping? Jada, think of the 7 months going to Cali for my birthday. Any Rex for enjoying the city and shopping? I don't know anything about LA. I'm going to be so for real. I know nothing of LA. And yeah. And I live here. So is it cool to be an OTV? It is cool. It honestly takes up a lot of my time. And I would say it's kind of tiring at times. Thank you. But always learning and trying how to balance it. But it is cool. It's a very unique experience. It's nice to get into a routine as well to help build consistency. I feel like everybody has their angles that they really like. Because sometimes I'm peeking an angle, I'm like, I don't really know this crosshair placement because I don't fight it often. But, like, I'll still fight it and do my best. But that's why, okay, like, for example, deathmatch. I don't love deathmatch because I feel like you just fight the same angles over and over and over again. So you only know the crosshair on those angles. Whereas, like, there's some angles that I really want to practice because I'm like, oh, I would only get to practice this in-game. But, yeah. No, but thank you for the 2. Thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Welcome. Welcome in, Kenji and Amber. Hello. Hawkeye, thank you for the 4. Appreciate it. Lucas, thank you for the 4.
Jade,
Preston, thank you for the Prime. Welcome in. Thank you for using your Prime on me. Viz, thank you for the 2. Egamo, thank you for the 35. Jack, thank you for the Prime. Smana, thank you for the 62. Where am I? Jack, thank you for the 3. I like your kitty playground. Thank you. They're spoiled. Who are you playing with today? Let me see. Let's... Have you started doing viewer sub matches warm-ups now, or was that a sometimes kind of deal? I think it was just kind of a sometimes thing, but like... just depends. I think it just depends on how much time we have. Play with your boyfriend and de-rank him to iron. That would be low-key really hard to do. Like, really, really hard. What's the song? I Can Send. I would have to throw every single one of my games, and by then I feel like... I don't think that would work. Did a professional design your room layout? No. All me. But I do love decorating in general. Hello, Bufferon. How are you? I'm good. Hello, Bubbly. Current read? I'm not really reading. I don't know. I tried reading For the Wolf. It was okay. It was... I don't know. It wasn't anything special. IMO. Do you use a BB cream or foundation? I use foundation. I use the NARS like light reflecting one or something in the color Mont Blanc. I like your background. Thank you. See, I don't know. I haven't read since I finished Red Rising because all the books I pick up, I'm like, meh. And then, yeah, rinse and repeat. So I'm giving myself a reading break. So then, my plants are fake. My cats eat my plants. Favorite ASMR sound? I don't know. I'm not really in the whole ASMR world. Where are your cats? They're sleeping. Sleeping in the sunshine right now. Is that Kirby in the background? It is, Lily. Me and Toast just painted this over 4th of July. So I actually haven't finished the entire Red Rising series. I only finished the first 3. And when you came back to the Philippines, no clue. I love me some mukbangs. I do not think I like mukbangs. I don't think I like watching people eat. I don't like hearing chewing at all. So, hello, in a flash. I'm reading Hidden Pictures by Jason Reckla. I feel like I've heard of that. Hidden Pictures. How do you feel about your hair color and cut these days? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking about that. I'm like, damn, am I done with short hair? Do I want long? What do I want? I don't know. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow because I might need my bangs trimmed anyways, but I'm like, I don't know what I want. I don't know. This is not a permanent color, but it's like I get it done. She adds the color pigment and then I upkeep it with color conditioner. Well, I do love my long hair, but my short hair feels more me. I really like this color on you. Thank you. I like this color because it's really fun. Like, it's still not crazy vibrant or like crazy, like it's not blue, purple, pink, you know, but it's still very fun from the usual like brunette, I guess. But I do like it. I don't know, I kind of am getting bored of it, which is funny, and I'm like, oh, do I just go back to my brunette? I just dyed it, so I don't know what I'm doing. I kind of want to go like a light brown, like a ashy almost, or I don't know. You should do another blindfolded fast food challenge. It was really fun. I will, and whenever Sydney wants me, I'll be there. I had a good time. I don't think I would go gray. I don't think I would look very, very good. Or like a little saturated brown. Yeah, like slightly like a caramel, but less like colder caramel, maybe. Hoping you have been hoping you have been having positive and good days and chill. Also, PS, sorry if I haven't been subscribing. That's okay. I've been having chill days. I'm good. I am considering new hair colors. I just don't know where I'd go. I have a natural ashy light brown hair and I hate the color. Do not recommend. Well, I think because it's not my natural, like I would have a lot of fun with it. I don't like blue. I don't like blue, green, you know? No warm gray. I don't think I would dye my hair gray. Have you tried blonde? Yep, I was blonde before this. You playing Valor actually changed my life? How? Did you... What about lavender? Okay, I'm just not a lavender girly. Light purple would look absolutely beautiful. I can't have light purple hair. It's not me, you know? Full hair dyed, or do you also like highlights? I haven't had highlights in a long time. I used to get my hair like balayaged for when I was like younger. But cherry red would be fun. I think I would probably... No, I can't go back pink either. I'm over my colored hair era, I think. Like color, you know? Now I want like more natural thing right now. I've had long hair my whole life, and seeing colors makes me really want to cut mine short too. I think it's really freeing. It's very nice. It's like easy in terms of maintenance. The only thing that I dislike about it is it feels like I am pretty what's the word? There's only so many ways to style it. Like it takes a little bit more effort to style it, which is, but that's just because it's like it's all I've only known long hair. But 50 seconds of ads? Wait, I don't understand how you guys are getting 50 seconds of ads when it should be one 30-second ad every 10 minutes, remember? I swear Twitch doesn't set up my shit right. Or like I set it up, but it feels like they're just... I don't get it. Matthew, think of it 37. Miss Eggy, think of it the 6. In a flash, think of it 22. I think you change it to a minute ad. Oh, that might be true. Wait, that might be true. I might have done... I think you guys said you wanted 1 minute ad every 20 minutes. And it did indeed just hit 22 minutes. Okay, sorry. That's my bad. Twitch is indeed doing it right. Would you go jet black? You know, I actually would. I've had black hair before. Like in high school. But because it was so close to my natural, I remember like not really thinking much of it. But I did have black hair at one point. I just don't know when that was. And I don't have the photos now. Yeah, I would do black hair. I look so... I look so different. This was in 2016. I have a side part. My eyebrows are a completely different shape. Is that gonna focus? What the fuck? You look like someone's mom, bro. Reversed age. That is crazy. I don't even recognize myself. You look 60. I mean, I think it was just a photo. Like, this is me 1 year later. This is crazy to look at. Hello? I had a wolf cut for a little bit. I did make my own phone case. Okay, when the fuck did I have jet black hair? Yeah, fashion just changes. My fashion's changed a lot. My fashion, I didn't really think about like fashion that like I did, but I was so scared of it. I guess I was more so just like conforming. At that time, I was just like trying to fit in. Okay, guys, this is really fucking random, but this is me with black hair. Ignore the outfit. Hello? It was toga day. So I'm pretty sure that's me with black hair. I think that's when I box dyed it. I don't remember. Oh, maybe it's this. Girl, when did you dye your hair? Damn, I don't know. I look different every day, guys. I don't look, I'm changing. How is this me? That was me in my summer girl era. Okay, that was when I would tan and I would not wear makeup that much and I would have really long hair. Who is that? No, that was me in Washington. I would just sit and bake in the sun. It was not good. I was an outdoor girly. Look at this was me. This is me from the back. But like that was my vibe. I was like hardcore summer vibe. Gym tan laundry. The thing was that was actually crazy at my school. It was. Everyone would tan and I don't know why, I don't know, but yeah. You were outside? Yeah, guys, I was outside. I do not recognize this woman. I'm looking at her and I'm like, that's me, but it's not me. I think the side part is really throwing me off. Come back to PNW, no wonder you've been craving nature. Yeah. No, I think about nature a lot. I was so tan. What happened to me? Guys, I'm like super tan. This is not even the same woman. like well, I just used to go outside all of the time. I used to be out on the water. I used to be hiking. And now I apply sunscreen every day and I be hanging out, you know, inside a lot. It's basically, I want to be outside. I don't like California that much. You know, I don't know. I'm a Washington girly. Did you cut your nails? I broke them, so I cut them. I cannot find... I know I box dyed my hair, but I just think I don't know when it was. Guys, I miss Spirit Days. That was fun. When everyone would dress up for football games. I miss that. More like football games that had themes. It was so fun. Neon Day. Just fun, you know? That was fun. Well, that was a trip down memory lane. I mean, yeah, things have changed. This nail style is just a cat eye. So it's a blue nail polish with a blue cat eye on top. Did the sun like suplex you? The picture what? Lil Asper, think of it the 5. Gummy Clay, think of it the 20. Matthew, think of it the 37. Miss Eggy, think of it the 6. Appreciate it. Y'all had those? You didn't have those? Like any kind of... What is that? Theme? Spirit Days? Spirit Days? I haven't read any good books lately, honestly. Washington Girly versus LA Girly. I feel like moving away from Washington actually unlocked me being able to express myself with my own fashion. Like now I feel like I do my own makeup how I want to do my own makeup, not to like match a specific look. I feel like when I was growing up, I would do everything that everyone else around me was doing. So like hair, makeup, eyebrows, tanning, all of that. Like I didn't even think. I just was like, oh, this is what everyone is doing, so I shall do it too. And then once I moved away from Washington, it was like, oh, I can just kind of do whatever I want and however I wanted to do it. It comes with age, of course. But I think if I didn't move away from Washington, it wouldn't have like bloomed from me, I guess. Spirit Week was so fun. We had an assembly at the end of the week, and whichever class cheered the loudest got the Spirit stick. My class had it almost every year. I was in high school. Only thing I miss about school other than seeing my friends every day. I loved the football games, and just like the community of high school is really great if you can find good friends. And I would say I found good friends my last 2 years of high school, and so it was a lot of fun. I used to also go to these movie nights in the summer. So we would have in the neighborhood, like close to me, there would be these, like this park movie night would always hold, you know, an outdoor movie. And we would go every Thursday. So even in the summer, you could still like see your friends and meet people from other schools that were close. It was really fun. Came from watching a lot of YouTube videos. I'm not gonna lie, I'm invested in the cube. The cube is right. You can kind of see it's right there. Why is it called Spirit Week? I think it's like the week before homecoming or something. I actually just cannot remember. I don't know. You couldn't pay me enough to go back to high school. I wouldn't go back to high school, but there were some great moments in high school, you know? Do you do aerosol makeup? Kind of. I would say not to like a crazy extent, but I do put like highlighter right here. You can see it. Like I add highlighter here, but I don't know. I feel like I take a lot from random makeup looks and then I put them on my face. Halloween? No, it was never before. It was for like a game or it was either for like a homecoming or yeah, it was basically Spirit Week to show school spirit before a big event. Whatever that event was, it was like, I want to say it was either homecoming or like the football game or something like that. I I didn't grow up in Eastern Washington. No, I grew up in Western Washington. Week before homecoming or a big football game. Okay, yes. Yeah. Did you guys have Tolo? Was high school your prime? No. God, no. Absolutely not. No, what is that? No. Wait, okay, Tolo was when the girls asked the guys. And I've talked about this, but no one knows what it is. But we called it Tolo. And I don't know. Yeah, it's Sadie Hawkins. But the only reason I know Sadie Hawkins was because of this song by Reliant K. And I always knew it as Tolo because that was what I don't know. We call that Sadie's. I don't know why we call it Tolo. So no one calls it Tolo. Turnabout. So my school just made up a new word? I've never heard of either. What the fuck? Holy, someone else who knows what Tolo is. Okay, so there's like one of us. But I guess it's because you both grew up in Washington. No way this is just a Washington thing. That's so strange. Tolo. I'm gonna Google it. Tolo. It's like Tolo. Why is it called Tolo? It's where Tolo comes from the universe. Oh, hey guys, it's because it comes from the University of Washington's Mortar Board, which began as an all-women's honor society called the Tolo Club, from the Chinook word for success and achievement. It is absolutely just a Washington thing. That makes it so much more sense, actually. That like, damn, I can't believe it's Washington specific. Huh. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Anyways, we had Tolo. But my dances were kind of okay. Our culture at our school was basically you would plan ahead of time who you would go with, and then they would ask you. Like, it wasn't ever a surprise, really. Everyone would be like, oh, who are you going with this time? And like sometimes I would go with my friends, or another time you would just like get paired up with a random so that everyone would have a date. So like, I remember one time I just went with a guy who I didn't even know because he needed a date, and he was like part of an adjacent kind of friend group. And so like our first time talking was at the dance. I don't know, it was weird. Hello Flux, hello Emball, thank you for the gifted 3. Thank you. Welcome in Takiaki, Mapotoni, and Loyroy. Hello. That's weird, like it was always a surprise, or you just went with friends? It was kind of like, because you're kind of in adjacent friend groups and you would go together so that you could go in general. But did you guys have fun? I remember having fun. I remember having a lot of fun with the dances in general, because for the most part I'm just like with my friends. Like,
what was your favorite school dance, prom, homecoming, etc.?
What was my favorite? There's one that's coming to mind is, I think, my senior homecoming. Prom was whatever. It was okay. But I think I had a lot of fun my senior homecoming, but I can't remember really why. Like I don't really remember the dances, honestly. I just think it's like fun. It was fun to like get together as friends, get ready as friends, go, you know, like the whole experience. Are you still friends with people from high school? I am. I have like, I would say I'm not super close with all of them, but they all kind of hang out still. So when I come home or go home and visit, I always see them, or they've come out and visited me. Like they visited for New Year's, and they I don't know, we see each other ever so often. I went to New York with my best friend from high school, Abby. Some of you know her, but I feel very lucky. I feel like the people that for the last 2 years of my high school, I feel like I made great friends who I still get along with and they're just good people, good eggs. And I don't know, I have a lot of love for them. So I don't know. I was thinking about that and I'm like, wow, I feel really lucky with all of the people that I just have in my life. I don't know. I feel like I wake up and I'm just grateful every day because I'm very, very fortunate, in a lot of different ways. Nintendo Jelly Juice, hello, welcome in. It's my thank you for the 10 biddies. I skipped prom and homecoming for free K-pop concerts. One of my best friends is someone I met on the first day of high school. I also have my best friend from elementary school is getting married in August 24th, which is the day before my birthday. So I'm flying home to see her get married because she's getting married to her like high school sweetheart. They've been together since I think they were like 13 or 14. So that's been crazy. Like I remember just when they met, like I remember, yeah. No, it is insane. I was also just thinking about the history of my life. Okay, so that girl is also my first kiss was with this girl who's also my best friend from elementary school. And then I'm like, I remember setting up like getting her together with this guy. Like I remember like setting up homecoming like asks. I don't know. It's just crazy. You can have so much history with people. And then like you just go your separate ways, but like there's still part of your I don't know, like it's just kind of crazy. Could you imagine being in a relationship that long? That's so many stages of your life with one person. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to just genuinely like keep growing together. Me and my best friend have been friends since kindergarten. We are still friends 18 years later. No, their wedding is not on me at all. I did not. They met at so my best friend her name's Chloe. So Chloe has a cousin that has Down syndrome, and so she would work at this camp that would be like for like any kind of kid that is like special needs or anything like that. And then they would hold I think it's called like the Special Olympics, if I remember correctly, which don't quote me on that. But she would go every camp. So basically every summer. And then I can't remember exactly his connection, but he would also go and he would maybe work there and she would also volunteer. And that's where they met. So I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I see. Thank you for the 31. Tifubano, thank you for the 10. Appreciate it. It is a Special Olympics. Okay, yeah. Man, I haven't like thought about that in a while. How many babies have you had? What an interesting question. I don't think I've held a lot of babies. I feel like I've held like one baby for sure. I can't really remember. I don't know more than one that off the top of my head, and I only remember one because I know I have a photo with it. Her. Do you want kids in the future? I don't really know. Yeah, I'm trying to remember whose baby it was, and I'm like, I think it was my cousin, so it was a her. Guys, it was a really long time ago. I actually don't remember. I'm not around babies very often, especially because I moved away when all of my cousins were having their babies. So I moved to Washington, then COVID hit, and we haven't had like family gatherings. But we used to have really big family gatherings, like Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Christmas, whatever. And it was like there's 30 of us, all my family. But now we don't really have that because my grandparents got old. They're kind of scared of getting sick, etc., etc. But yeah, I don't really see the babies now. I only see the babies like through photos. I think that I don't know if I ever want to be pregnant. I don't think I want to be pregnant ever, but I would adopt a kid. I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? I could adopt a kid. I could do that. I feel like I am by no means ready to have a child. So it's not really something I think about. I was listening to an OTV podcast and you said you don't want kids, but you'd want to see John as a dad, which is cute as fuck. I do think John would be a really good dad. Like, I think that if there is something to drive me to have kids, I'd be like, yeah, I think John would be a really good dad. And I could see myself raising a kid with him, but then it's like, oh, do I want kids in general? And then it's kind of like, okay, if I feel like if having kids is not a fuck yes and it's a fuck no kind of thing, which I'm like, well, I'm definitely not a fuck yes. But I think, I don't know. Pregnancy is so scary, but I want kids. Yeah, well, pregnancy is scary and I don't know if I want kids, so it's like, I'm not there yet. John does want kids, I think. If I remember correctly. Have the rest. Thanks for the 40. Always super sad thing with the 31. T-Cam thing with the 2. What are your thoughts on marrying John to this day? Still the same? Any different? It's kind of the same. John and I are basically like, oh, we just love each other right now. I'm trying to think what was the last time I talked about it. It was like, I don't know. I presently want to be with him. I'm committed to him. I'm happy. He's happy. We're committed. I don't know. Yeah. All the dads at my job come in early and leave late to avoid their families. That is fucking sad. I feel like that's not, not everyone in the world. Like, I think some people who really want kids. But I think if you just have kids, then yeah. I don't know. My boyfriend and I went into a relationship not wanting marriage, and now we've been discussing about actually doing it. Many things changed, so no reason to know at the moment. Yeah, I kind of just like, see, okay, to me, marriage does not change the relationship. It just doesn't. I'm just as committed to John now than if we were married. And I don't know. I just don't think... I think marriage was a big deal to me back in like high school because it was all that people talked about, But now I'm like, yeah, it's literally just, I don't think that way. So, yeah. Almost all women wake up one day and really want kids. No. Yeah, no, not really. Not really. So. Partnership is more the goal than marriage. Exactly. Like, I feel like, I don't know, that's all I really need. And I think that, yeah. You cannot fight billions of years of evolution. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, oh yeah, I feel like it doesn't mean anything to me, I guess, but like I still, like, we could get married, we could not. It won't, I don't think it'll change that much. I'm not really worried about it. The last time we talked about it that I remember was when you had pink hair. Oh my god, it's like 3 years ago, but it's basically what you said. Yeah, I love living life with him. We've been together for almost it'll be 5 years in like 10 days or something. I think that the greatest thing I find in John is that I feel like we have a lot of similar values in just how we, I don't know, see the world, and like, I don't know, how we want to treat people, how we want people to treat us, just morally and things like that. So yeah, I think John and I have also really grown together. We've been, I don't know, I feel like we've been through a lot. We started dating when I was 20, I'm turning 26 this year. So and You guys don't even have to comment valid clutch to know what the other's doing. It's crazy because it's true. Like, if you've watched John and I in a 2v whatever, we're generally not talking, which is really funny, but it's almost because I know what John wants me to do, or like what I'm supposed to do, like what the hole is, or like he knows what he needs to do based off of where I am. But it's like, I don't know how the fuck that is, but it is what it is. I was born in 97. Been with my girlfriend 14 years and we don't want to get married. No, exactly. Like, I just think, okay, this is a random kind of tangent. So, for example, do you guys remember the during the Valorant games, there was a clip of the girl and the guy who were just on their first date or whatever. That one on my TikTok, and I was reading the comments and I was like, oh my dear God, these are whack comments. Because everyone is like, holy shit, this girl is a red flag. She friend zoned him, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, you guys actually think the friend zone's real? Like, we're not like just joking about the friend zone. We're like, oh, I'll be 27. I'm turning 27 this year. Okay, I'm turning 27 this year. So we've been together since I was, what, 22-ish, maybe? But I just think that a lot of people push... Like, I think that people just haven't been in relationships. I just genuinely think that a lot of people have not been in relationships, and they have all of these opinions and ideas of what relationships are based off of what experience, I don't know. I want to say maybe like media, like movies and social media and things like that. But I don't know. People shitting on her for a first hangout and not calling him her boyfriend. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what else is she supposed to say? I would say that. Like, you could tell she was going to say friend and then say, like, we're on a first date. But the girl moved the mic. Like, you could tell she just was like, I don't know. And it's just funny to me that guys are out there in the comments saying, like, dude, leave her. She's a red flag. And I'm like, oh, you boys just know nothing. You know nothing. This is why you're single. This is why you will remain single, because in this environment, you think that she's the villain, but there's nothing wrong here. And also, just ask. You could literally be like, hey, so when you said friend, like, what do you think? Also, you should be your fucking friend with your significant brother. I don't know. I think that people just have so many opinions for people who are not in a relationship. So when it comes to, like, when people hear about John and I, and I'm like, I don't know, I could be not married, I could be married, I don't really know, I don't care. Like, I just, it is what it is. People are like, dude, you and John are gonna break up someday. Love isn't real. She's gonna cheat on you. I'm like, dude, like, you're gonna be single because you have these really cookie cutter ideas of what a relationship looks like, which then puts you in a box, and you're not like willing to like move and mold and adapt and talk. It's like, it's just not how it is. It's just not how it is. Or like the people who are like, oh, you and John don't sleep together every night. You want to have a separate room than John. Yeah. I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. It actually doesn't make sense to me. And then I just go, okay, yeah, I get it. You haven't been in a relationship. I understand. But I don't understand how you have such bold words for somebody who has no experience. I don't know though. Hello, Hyper. Welcome in. The friend zone is definitely real, even if it's not applicable to most situations where people call that. Just watch the thing. Watch the clip. I feel like it's an internal coping mechanism. Maybe. She could be a villain and she might not be. Internet is crazy nowadays to think that they can comment everything. Guys, I don't understand I think it's crazy that people think saying this is my friend is a negative thing. Like, that's crazy to me. That's how I know you guys, I've not been in a relationship. Like, if people are commenting that, I'm like, oh, yeah, you don't get it yet. Because I think that if you are not friends before you are in a relationship first, then you are like, what the fuck is the fucking point? But I don't know. No. People don't give platonic love any credit. Platonic love is what I swear life is meant for. I don't know. A lot of people are probably younger anyways. It doesn't matter. Yeah, man. I think too many people got all these opinions. And you just got just a little bit. I can see how it is a negative thing depending on the situation. Some people say it's to be funny or sarcastic in a conflict, but I agree that it doesn't matter. I think especially in the context of the clip, like you could tell that she was like, didn't know what to say. Like, oh yeah, we're on first date, it's my friend. And like she was gonna say another thing and then move the mic away from her. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. People are weird. Internet has ruined dating. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's actually my Swift like kid. They were cute. They were cute. They were. I think they were both really cute together. I think it was just like, I don't know. They both were very like charismatic. What stage do you think it's appropriate to change from calling your boyfriend and girlfriend to partner if you don't get married? Wait, I feel like those are interchangeable, no? I don't know. I don't feel like they're any... I don't know. Never understood why people get into relationships without thinking of marriage. Like, isn't that the end goal? No. That was me. That's me. I used to only think about marriage, and then I was like, oh, that's really weird. Like, how am I supposed to... I don't want to think like that. I don't want to experience all my dating like that or put that much pressure on it. And then I dated John. I have no intention of getting married right now. John also, like, we're just chilling. We're just together. I think marriage just isn't the end goal. I don't see any difference between my relationship now and me and John getting married. Like, I don't. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just as committed to him now than I would be if we're married. I think that... I don't know. It's just like, I'm just as happy with him now. I feel like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I do think marriage is no rush. I'm gonna play Valor soon. Is it a bad time to ask if anyone is keeping up with Love Island USA? I am not. Depends on the couple. Yeah, that's the thing about relationships, is that everybody has this idea of like what is right, but I'm telling you guys, it's between you and whoever you're in a relationship with. Okay, your significant other, multiple significant, whatever the fuck that you have going on, but it doesn't matter. It just genuinely doesn't matter. Like, you have the reasons why I think a lot of relationships don't work is because you're following this like, hey, we've been talking for this long, so we should be dating by now, and we are now dating this long, so we should get married by now. And there's just like these things that I think are expectations that are put onto you, and like there's pressure. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. It's really like at the end of the day between you and whoever you're in a relationship with, and whatever works for you guys. You don't have to sleep in the same bed every day. You don't have to share a room if you want. If you want to have a separate room, you want to sleep on the couch, you can do that. It's whatever. Like, people are going to judge you for it because people are stupid, but like, it's whatever works for you guys. And the people who don't have any leeway, like, and just suffer through these kind of just societal expectation, I think is really hard. Live alone as a man, freedom. Sure. What do you think about like wedding aesthetics? I don't know. I don't really think about them. So many people around me are getting married and pushing the idea of marriage onto everyone else, and I don't understand why. I think it's because they think that's how, like, I mean, I'm sure some of them are really happy, right? And they want others to be happy, but it's just, everyone works a little different. Yeah, sorry, I haven't started. I usually just chat, depending, I don't know for how long usually. Like, it's always a little different, and then we go into Valorant. I know you got that dream wedding idea that you've been thinking about ever since you were a kid. Cut the crap, bruh. Yeah, okay, so this is literally what I mean. So that individual is probably under like the expectations things. Like if they're gonna get in a relationship, it's gonna be the same thing. Like they have an idea of a relationship and how it operates and like how you think you'd be happy, but it just isn't really like that. When I was younger, like 14, 15, I was like that because it was like kind of what all the girls around me talked about. It was always talking about like getting, oh my God, I can't wait to have a boyfriend and get married and whatever. But I think it's because the idea of marriage equates to a trusting, comfortable relationship. But I've just grown up now. I totally understand why we used to like daydream about it. And I used to have my like Pinterest page, but now it's like so different. I don't think about wedding aesthetics. I don't have a Pinterest page for my wedding. If I was to like imagine my wedding, I imagine it's like I'm somewhere in nature. It's really casual. It's like me and my like friends and my close family, and that's about it. Or I would just have a really big party. Like, that sounds really fun. But I just don't, I don't know. I also hate the idea of like, oh my God, your wedding day, you have to be the prettiest you've ever been in your life. I also hate that. Like, I don't know. I don't like the idea of this really like crazy, stressful day. I like I don't know. I've always imagined like something really intimate and casual, if I was to ever, I guess. No stream wedding? No stream wedding. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I would want that. Because I would want my stream, or I would want my wedding if I were to get married to be I wouldn't really want it to be perceived, except for like, I just wouldn't want to think about that. I would want it to just be like really between me and whoever I'm getting married to. I would have a Minecraft wedding. I could have a Minecraft ceremony for you guys, but sorry for the assumptions, Birdie. I mean, yeah, you kind of were aggressive, but sure, okay. That's okay. What game would you recommend currently? I mean, I'm a Valorant fan, so cut my hair short, layered around your leg. I'm just wondering how you style it. Flat iron, curl outwards. This one is, I flat ironed it curling inwards and then slept on it, and that's why it's like kind of bedheady, because it looks a little different than yesterday. If yesterday was like more straight and today it's just like because I slept on it. But sometimes I curl it, but it's either a flat iron or a curler. It's been a while, but how was meeting John's parents for you? I talked to my boyfriend's mom for the first time on the phone today and turned completely shy, even though I'm not. Well, okay, so I stream, so John's parents knew my personality before they met me, which was actually really nice because I'm just able to show up and they kind of know who I am. So it's a little different, I think. Like, my experience is very unique. Imagine having to stress out for an event that's meant to celebrate your relationship with someone. Yeah, that's like what I don't want. I don't want that. I loved your Taiwan pigtail braids with the clips. Maybe a reels tutorial. Okay, I could do that. I only did my braids like that because of my layers. So I just split my hair where my layers, like my short layers are. I braided that and I braided my long layers, and then I just curled, like I just, like if this is the short braids, I just went like this and clipped them. That's it. It was actually really easy. When you end a stream to read a book, oh, what book was that? I don't remember. I have no idea. Fuck a wedding, bro. Let's watch Spirited Away, eat pizza. Literally. That's my shit. That is my shit. Do you ever miss your long hair? Sometimes. In past relationships, have you thought about marriage as the end goal, or has it always been your mindset? I used to think of marriage as the end goal, and I don't know, it felt so young. Like, I just felt really immature now looking back on it. Because it's just what was pushed to me, you know, it was what was talked about so much. But then I never went into that thought process with John, which I think opened a lot of doors. I also think, like, I like the idea of giving people chances. So for example, I think John was someone that I would just casually date. Like, I was like, I'm down to just casually date you because I was just in a long-term relationship. I'm down to just like learn more about myself and dating and whatever. But then learned that I really, really liked a lot of things about John that I wouldn't have normally probably like dated him if I had that original guideline for myself, I guess. But then it's like, oh, now that I've grown up with John, maybe one day. Just thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Are you gonna do more podcast episodes in the future? Yeah, basically OTV has a podcast. We were in Shanghai though, so that's why it was, I think, a slightly delayed. But that one just got uploaded, and then we're filming another one. Well, it's supposed to be today. I think it's tomorrow now. But I always tell people I don't believe in marriage because I'm just as committed now as I would be married, and they look at me strange. I don't think marriage should change it. I feel really, really similarly. Like literally the same. I am playing Valorant. What does casually dating even mean? Just dating. Just date to date. Just date to like learn what you like in people and like what you want in a relationship. What you want in maybe a serious relationship, or just, I don't know, like, I just think you should date. What I'm hearing is John is free to marry someone else, puts out cologne. The level of commitment is the same, but how does that make you not believe in marriage? I think it's more saying like, or the way that I interpreted that was that they don't believe in like marriage equating to this grand ordeal of like tying the knot. Like, you already are tying the knot prior type beat. Marriage happens because it's supposed to, and that is why divorce is so high. You can choose to love and support your partner without marriage, and you don't have to worry about staying with them or them staying with you, just because it's harder to sever those legal ties if the relationship changes or you realize you don't gel in some important areas. So that's really how I feel. I feel like a lot of people rush into marriage because it's just like what you're supposed to do, and that is why people are like, people get married really young, or they haven't learned, like, they haven't experienced themselves yet, and like they're still growing and learning, and then now they're married. It's just harder, obviously, because you're legally tied. I just think like you don't have to be married. You don't have to be married, and just, yeah, go from there. If I get married, cool. If I don't, cool. I've been with my boyfriend for 10 years. Feels like marriage at point. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm married to John, but we're not married. But I just can't imagine it to be any different. I don't know. Maybe it would, but I don't know. My cats are sleeping. I feel like usually I feed them before, but they're both passed out. All right. Discord overlay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people or that share this would be like, oh yeah, really marriage is just like, it's for taxes, but Hello, Stevie. Thank you for the prime. Wolfgang, thank you for the 39. Sudrop, thank you for the 41. Thanks, guys. Okay. Can you recommend a good fantasy book for someone who wants to get into them? A really easy fantasy read is like A Court of Thorns and Roses, Fourth Wing, One Dark Window. What else? Song of Achilles is really good, but I wouldn't say it's like an easy read. Electra's also really good if you like Greek mythology. Shadow and the Ember is my favorite. No, I never tilt. It's crazy. I actually never tilt. Yeah, I don't know. It's like just in my genes. It's crazy.